Hey there folks, Wrel here. We're going to attempt a little bit of a different style of video today. You're going to get to see my big dumb face talk about the development of Distal, a high fantasy, class heavy, D20 based tabletop role-playing system currently in alpha development. You can check out the game, pick up the alpha core rules totally for free at playthisrpg.com. In this video, and hopefully every Thursday going forward, I'm going to do a quick development update, talk about what happened in the past week, and then we're going to give you a cool feature for game masters and then a cool feature for players, or pretty much everybody, just to kind of ease you into what Distal is all about, or just some of the cool aspects of it. So November 3rd, that was less than 2 weeks ago, we released the alpha core rules, which, again, pick them up, totally free. It's like more than 100 pages. It's a whole lot of work in PDF format for your perusal. There's also a module of the one-shot variety that'll be coming to the public very soon. Currently, it's in the supporters chat in our Discord channel, but it might end up making a little bit of tweaks and revisions based on feedback, and then I'm going to kick it out into the live. There's currently battle maps that are also in the module, but they're available for free. You can just go download them, use them for Distal, use them for Pathfinder, use them for Dungeons & Dragons, whatever you want. They're all made in Canvas of Kings, which, amazing program. If you like building maps, it's a little bit limited in functionality, but the workflow is so good. Let's see, the crafting rules are going to be making their way into the alpha packet as well, alongside some other stuff. And we have more than 100 users in the Discord channel. That happened very quickly. So thank you all very much. If you're there or looking to try something new and will be joining us. That said, let's give you one cool feature for game masters. So the way that monsters, enemies in general, are set up for Distal is that they all have a health pool and then an alternate health pool. As a dungeon master, I've run into situations where I don't know why I do this, because it's so easy to fix. But if you're like me, you'll lay out an encounter, and sometimes it can go super quick, faster than you were expecting, and sometimes the other way around. A lot of it comes down to just the overall health pool of the monster in general. Either there's a few lucky dice rolls that end up just flatlining one of your big bads, or just some of the smaller monsters get knocked out quicker than you think that they would be. In Distal, we have two different health pools. One's the baseline, and then one's an alternate health pool. And we encourage you strongly to move to the alternate health pool whenever you enter a situation where you need to either beef up the overall survivability of a monster, or if you want to make a lower level monster kind of be more in line with the higher level encounters. So we have our monsters broken out into tiers, where there's some tutorial mobs that are just for level 1, very easy introduction to the game, and then you have like the baseline mobs, which are for levels 1 to 3, a party that is more competent or experienced with the game, or is just like level 2 or 3 when they've kind of come into their class. All the health pools are relatively the same depending on what type of role that the creature is filling, but they all have that ability to bump them up a little bit more. That is a powerful tool for me. If I would have seen something like that in Dungeons & Dragons, I would have felt more free to make those combats last longer. And it's such a strange thing. I feel like I need permission. I feel like I need some sort of rules in the book to say, hey, use this other thing over here, just in case things aren't going the right way. And that's what we've integrated into Distal. So let me know if you are the same sort of have the same sort of problems, I guess, as I do when it comes to that particular hang up. But I've had so many counters fall flat just because players blew through it way quicker than I was expecting. Anyway, that's one of the throttles that we give you. So I hope you dig it. One cool feature for players. So in Distal, the way that the weapons are broken out is with way more specificity than they are in Dungeons and Dragons. Most weapons have a number of features available to them that give them... Weapons are really centered around your intended style of play, and they factor very strongly into the types of builds that you want to create. You can kind of shape a character around the types of weapons that they're using, and you can also kind of determine your style of play, or rather like the distances that you engage an enemy from, whether or not you are always trying to stab them in the back and get bonus damage. Some weapons have the backstab trait, and that gives you the ability to do that. Using weapons in multiple hands, we don't punish you for that sort of thing in this game. In Dungeons and Dragons, you have to use a bonus action to take advantage of a second attack with an offhand weapon, and even then you're penalized. We just say that if you can comfortably hold a weapon in the offhand, and in doing so, it would need to be a one-handed weapon, so one that can be used both in Dungeons and Dragons. That would be similar to the light weapon property. You can take an attack with one hand, take an attack with another hand, then you're all good. That's all there is to it. So a lot of weapons have this archetype, one-handed, so either hand. A main-handed weapon can be used only in the main hand. There are some traits later that let you dual wield them, but so main-handed weapon, you can still take an attack with the offhand. If you have a two-handed weapon, it's just you just make that one attack with the two-handed weapon. We tried very intentionally not to bloat out the turn economy or economy is not the right word, but the turn length, I guess, by giving you a bunch of attacks. So if you're a fighter, you roll, and then you roll, and then you roll again, and then you roll again, and it's just like you get up to like 5 attacks. That's something that we tried to avoid in Distal. Wanted to make it really straightforward, and if you want to play a class that uses a two-handed weapon, you can do that. If you want to play a dual-wielding class, you can do that. It's all down to personal preference. And there's a lot of really cool, very specific weapon-based features in the list, and I'll try to put it up on the screen so you can see some of that. But if you're the type of person who enjoys the nuance of building to that end, definitely give it a look. That being said, the next thing that is coming up is a roadmap potentially. Definitely need to integrate the crafting rules into the alpha packet, and then there are some optional profession rules and some more extensive loot rules that'll get integrated as well. But as far as a roadmap proper is concerned, I don't want to touch on dates and times. I would rather phrase it more like these are all the things that need to happen before the game is done, or done enough to turn into a book and then feel good about it. I think the end goal would be to maybe, hopefully, Kickstarter. It depends on interest. And development overall depends on interest. So, if you like what you see or hear, please feel free to join us at playthisrpg.com. Jump into the Discord, participate, make cool characters, play cool games, all for free. Thanks very much, folks. Wrel signing off.